Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I have something a little different for you. This is actually a sweep video, but it's come to my attention from a commenter that my sweeps might not be legit from my last sweep video, and he was concerned about it and he raised that with me. And let me assure you that I don't post anything that isn't legit or the real deal or whatever you want to call it. Personally, I don't see why people would go to the effort to fake a sweep video and what satisfaction would be achieved from that. I upload sweeps firstly because I find them entertaining and also because I try and sweep with either a Pokemon or a set that you might not have seen before, or that you might not think is synonymous with the word sweep. So what I'm going to do today is upload the whole battle, and with Ross's permission I've revealed his identity. Usually I don't do this for a sweep, because it might be embarrassing for my opponent, and I'm not out to offend anyone doing this. So now you know who it is, and I've uploaded a battle before against Ross. He's a good battler. He has a very cool Gardevoir set that I'll mention at the end. So hopefully if you did have any doubts or concern, then that has just shored them up. Finally, I will just mention that it's never a bad thing to get swept. We've all been swept before, I know I have many times. It doesn't make you some kind of smoke on scrub or a bad player. We all make mistakes, and it's those mistakes that provide us with entertaining sweeps. So let's jump straight into it. So leads, I figured he'd lead with either the Electrode for the speedy Volt switching, or Ninjask to Bat and Pass, and Dustox, who is specially defensive, deals with both well, either in tanking the special hits or just whirlwinding Ninjask straight out. So first turn taunt was obvious, but at the same time very annoying, because I do only carry the one attack, which is Bug Buzz. And it's a good thing that Electrode doesn't have the soundproof ability for the immunity to that. So he does Volt Switch out straight into the Bastion, and there is literally nothing I can do to it. So I figured that I can just go straight out to Torkoal for the whole Imp or Rocks thing, but he goes for the Stone Edge, and thankfully with me being physically defensive, I can take that hit very nicely. So the plan was to go for Earthquake, and force the switch, and then just go for a Rapid Spin on that switch, just to eliminate his Stealth Rocks from the field. But it doesn't quite go to plan as he stays in, seeing that he can live another Earthquake and then just go for Roar to start shuffling through my rather Stealth Rock susceptible team. And I get roared out into delcatty, and I thought this was pretty good. You know, it's my first ever use of my normalised delcatty, and for those of you who don't know, delcatty and Skitty have a signature ability called Normalise, and here it is straight from Bubblepedia itself. Normalise makes all moves used by the Pokemon with this ability act as though they were normal instead of their usual type. So I can go for Toxic because Toxic becomes a normal move, right? Wrong! This really pissed me off because Bastiodon is still immune to Toxic. So is Toxic a normal move or a poison move, even though Steel isn't immune to normal attacks? So thanks for nothing Delcatty, you great big waste of space. Either you normalise or you don't, but don't lie to me and pretend you can Toxic anything and then find out you can't, because that is just wrong. If someone could please explain to me how this worked or why that doesn't do it, that'd be hugely appreciated, thank you very much. But anyway, back into this. So I Bat and Pass out into Torkoal, knowing he may switch, freeing the Earthquake. I see this as just a good opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks. So I just keep spamming the Lava Plume, except here I make a really bad play in going for Earthquake. I thought he would Bat and Pass out, seeing that I was just continually Lava Pluming and going to Bastiodon or something, just to set up rocks and start shuffling. But it was just a really terrible prediction, and one of those really bad plays that I was on about in the introduction. So we get a free pass out into Golurk, who just annihilates a max defense, max HP Torkoal, one of the defensive titans of NU in one shot. But that's an obvious clue that he's banded, so I can just go into Tangler, who's got really decent natural defense, and he resists the Earthquake, so I can just get a nice easy revenge kill. Tangler, who is Choice Specs, a personal favourite of mine, who in return can just annihilate another NU defensive titan in Bastiodon. So this is where the fun begins. In comes the Beartic. I will just mention here that I've played Ross before and seen this Pineco, and I know that it has Rapid Spin, 2 entry hazard moves and Explosion, and I'd seen that he went for Rapid Spin first, so I predicted the Explosion, went for the Endure. I was so stoked that I predicted that right, and that he didn't just go straight off the bat for the Explosion. I was absolutely pumped because Endure means that I can definitely live it with 1 HP, activate my Solid Berry, turning Beartic's middling speed into a nimble polar powerhouse. But it turns out Explosion doesn't even knock me down to 1 HP, which was kind of awkward. So that was a really good game and a cool sweep nonetheless. Thank goodness Beartic is capable of doing something on my team. Damn you Delcatty, damn you to hell. Before I forget, Ross told me after the game is a really cool team idea, which I would never have thought of myself. What he does is he Bat and Passes a +6 speed boost out from Ninjask, hopefully a substitute as well by the way, into his Choice Specs Gardevoir, making it a super quick attacker. And Gardevoir is also packing the stored power, turning that +6 speed into a very strong psychic attack, which I thought was an absolutely unreal idea that would make such a good endgame sweeper. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.